Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at how we can get errors inside a set operation using Oracle SQL. As you can see right here, I'm in my SQL developer environment, and you can see that with a set operation, we have two separate queries we're working with. And so I've selected these two columns from student stu, unioning that value with the select grade.numeric grade and grade type code from grade gr. And if I run this query right here, we run that and we get 379 rows because we're combining the results of this query with the results of that query, then we're sorting them in the same two columns and working with that. However, when we're working with set operations, we have to make sure that we have both the same number of columns and the correct order of column information as we do this. If we're to change this right here on the second one right here, so it's grade.numeric grade, if I change this one so it's also grade.numeric grade, so it's the same number of columns, but the type itself is different, I run that same query again, and I'm going to get an error right here saying the expression must have the same data type as the corresponding expression. So this is a number, then a string. This one is a number and a number. They don't match, so it won't compile, it won't run. I can't get that to actually work. And so that same kind of error happens if I have the order of the columns in the wrong order instead of just the actual that. So if I grab this other one, I grab the original value right here of grade.numeric grade, and I'll cut that out of there, and go down here and go to the end and comma and paste again. And run that so it's now backwards. And now I'm going to try and do, I have the same column information now, but I have the out of order, so it's going to give me that same kind of error where it doesn't match. I also have a problem where if I have a different count of information, I have to make sure I have the correct value. So if I take off this first column right here, so I only have one column of information compared to the two columns of this, I'm going to get an error on this, and it's going to, the incorrect number of result columns. So I have to have a direct match on the column count in both the upper query and the bottom query. And the queries themselves have to have the correct operations of, it's going string int, then this one has to also go string int. As you can see right here, when I'm working with these queries themselves, I'm not actually combining useful information because I'm talking about the student ID and the grade. That's not the thing I actually want to join together because that's not actually really valid information, but the type itself is what's critical. You have to make sure the types themselves are correct as you're putting the information together. And so again, we're working with set operations. You have to have the same count of operations on the top level as well as on the bottom, and the second top query has the same order as the query values on the bottom query. So you have to make sure those correctly match, otherwise you get lovely errors like this. It doesn't work and you can't get any information out of that. And that goes for all the set operations: union, minus, intersect, and union all. They have to have all that same information. I hope this is helpful of how to deal with those errors. Cheers, we'll see you next time, and have a good day. Bye-bye.